the ground. This is Joe Mixon.
And he's got it to about the 40. You look at this Jaguar defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 32.
Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defense was expecting one, and they're going to pass of over 15 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Another one caught by Collins.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud looking to throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Fourth down. Here's Stroud. These guys running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Chubb is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Quick throw complete. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by field goal, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. Washington now brings this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Lawrence will throw. Thomas brings it in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
18 more yards there and another first down. On on 1st and 10. It's Etienne.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jags are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after here coming up. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them. Never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
The Texans hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Stroud to throw it. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, 1st down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Stroud off the play fake. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Stroud out of the gun here. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Man in motion left, that's Collins. And Stroud now to throw.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now Stroud.
Touchdown!
Take down.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Texans add 6 to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
To the right side and complete to Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Here's Lawrence.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Juwan Johnson.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars are back within a couple of the lead.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 22.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Play action. Stroud now.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's Stroud.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
Again, it's Stroud. This goes out wide from Nixon.
And he will have the first before he's brought down on the chalk of the 12. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So the drive will continue. After the conversion on 4th, they'll work from the 20 on 1st down.
Back to throw again. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Here we go. Stroud sets up the play action.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
And we keep calling him the other Josh Allen. He wants it to be known he's his own Josh Allen and finally had the breakout campaign many of us knew he was capable of a season ago with 17.5 sacks in 2023.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And we always knew the potential was there, and Collins took a massive leap in his third season, realizing that potential, producing just under 1,300 yards a year ago. The Texans love his big frame and believe in this young man, and he'll be their big-time receiver for now and the future.
Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stroud looking to throw.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Stroud.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he is going to have a Texans first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Stroud working out of the gun.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Texans have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn on the good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And when I looked at him, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. A handoff running left, Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That one, first down pickup of 8.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A third quarter now, at a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Stroud firing quickly here, and that's complete.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Third down and 1.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Here we go.
Nixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in.
Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz from 3 yards out.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give running right, ETN.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Now Lawrence to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Lawrence. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This ball caught by Strange.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
In motion comes the tight end left.
Now Lawrence.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Etienne will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Here we go.
Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. Inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of 5. And under 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the quick, right?
To the right side and caught by Dell.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down and goal coming up here. They'll give it to Chubb.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. Fourth and goal. Here, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
C.J. Stroud
scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead in the fourth.
Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Connecting with Mixon.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Here's 1st down. Stroud to throw it. And he pulled in downfield by Collins.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And the Texans are going to win the football game.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second